This video is brought to you via the Fair Dealing Act, fair use tennis reporting, news coverage, education, and criticism. Brace yourself, guys. This is going to be a video with statistical analysis, and there's going to be some criticism because I've been saying this for a while and people do not want to accept it. Linda Noskova from the Czech Republic, the world's ranked 50th, takes out Iga Swiatek. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the upset of the tournament has happened. Now, listen, we're going to first start off with saying, look, this was an amazing match between two great competitors. Linda's a former junior number one. She is a junior Grand Slam champion. And Iga Swiatek is the number one in the world. So congratulations for giving the fans an amazing match. But Linda Noskova wins this match. Now, listen, I said the last video, Iga Swiatek and Danielle Collins, you can go watch it, that when you win a match that you should have lost, you normally lose the next match. If you follow the channel, I've been saying that for a while. That's how the sports gods operate, ladies and gentlemen. But more so, that's the fatigue in your body setting in, right? When you have a grueling, tough match with an opponent that should have won, a lot of times, you know, we're talking about a match that was intense, very physical, very stamina draining. It's tough to recover. Now, Linda Noskova comes into this match a 16-1 underdog, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. But she played a very solid match, right? In the words of Iga Swiatek, she played a solid match. The forehand was on point. But I'm going to take a look at Iga Swiatek and some of the things that I've been noticing. So we noticed that Iga Swiatek, she changed the serve motion a little bit, right? Now, she said it took her 3 days to implement that serve. She's been a professional on the main tour for over 3 years. A 3-day implementation of a new serve is just not going to get it. Now, she has improved getting the new serve in play. So that's one thing that's improved. We've seen it start off in the 50 percentile range. This match, 63% of her first serves in play. That's good. That's a better number statistically than what she's been doing at the slams historically. In this year at the Australian Open, she's improved her lifetime number by, you know, a few percentages, which is good. But I don't like the fact that the serve, it's enabling returners to tee off on her, putting her on the back foot immediately. Now, Iga won 65% of her first serves. That should have been in the 70 to 75 percentile range. She won 56% of her second serves. That should have been in the 70 to 80 percentile range. Linda Noskova had 7 breakpoint opportunities, converted on 4 of them. Linda won 71% of her first serves. But Iga Swiatek, guys, the unforced errors continue to pile up. 33 unforced errors. Literally, for every winner she hit an unforced error. That is way too many. Linda Noskova won 80% of her net points, and she gets the victory, guys. Is this an upset? Let's really dive into this and take a look. Iga Swiatek takes the loser's walk. Now, if you're not familiar, guys, Linda Noskova is coached by David Kochia. That's Petra Kvitova's old coach that helped her win the 2 slams at Wimbledon, right? So David, let's take a look. We got a picture of him. That's David right there. An amazing coach, guys. He's solid. But I want to take a look at Linda Noskova, who's a bit shocked. Now, she had some beautiful words to say in the interview. Congratulations to the young 18-year-old. Or is she 19? She's got to be 19 now, right? So congratulations to Linda Noskova. She deserves it, right? She's 19 years old now. She deserves it, but I want to take a look at Iga Swiatek and what I'm noticing. First of all, I'm noticing that the serve is giving opponents that extra split second to tee off on her, putting her on the back foot. That I do not like. I noticed a knee band on her knee. And listen, guys, I'm an athlete. Anyone that has competed, you're not putting a knee band on your knee if there's not an issue. Iga says she's fine, but it doesn't work that way. Okay. You don't put a knee band on your knee unless there's something going on there. And this is what I'm noticing. I'm noticing that there is something wrong with the knee because the backhand, she doesn't have she doesn't have that extra lift, that extra power coming off of that knee on the backhand. It's easy. You can see it when she's hitting the backhand. The backhand is weak right now. She's leaning towards the forehand, and that's not good, guys. When you have an injury to your knee, and I've had them, I know how it feels. When you have an injury to your knee, guys, you start to, your body naturally, it's going to try and reduce the stress on that ligament or that joint, right? On that knee. So what Iga's doing now, she's overexerting the forehand side because that's coming from the right side of her core, and she's leaning into it with the left knee. So she doesn't really have to put more pressure on the right knee. So she's going to the forehand a lot more, and the backhand, when she does go to it, it's weak. She doesn't have the lift on the knee. And the reality here is Linda Noskova is a forehand player. So this battle literally came down to forehand, and Iga being hindered. Linda had the exchanges in literally most of these rallies. Linda had the strength advantage, the youth advantage, the athletic advantage. There's something wrong with Iga's knee, and this is where we're going to criticize a little bit, because I told the fans that, look, I love Iga. I love covering her matches. You guys know that. I've supported Iga for a long time, but when you're reporting, you have to be fair with the criticism. And I told you guys that I don't know if her body's gonna hold up. The way she trains, I don't know if her body can hold up, because I see someone that's gifted athletically for sure, but I don't see an elite athlete that has that natural capability. I see an athlete that has trained hard in the gym and improved her skills and talent, but it takes a lot of training to maintain that, and eventually your body's going to start to break down. And I've said this, and we're seeing it now. We are, guys. There's too many changes that's going on with the game, and it's like, why do you don't start to do this unless there's something going on? And with the knee here, it's not good. Your knee injuries, I mean, look, a lot of it's caused to inflammation. What's causing the all of a sudden inflammation? And a lot of times knee injuries, they linger on, they don't just go away. And I've said that, look, I've seen a couple matches where she didn't do her shuffle at the net. That's not a good sign. But for the most part, it's the training. You have to maintain a rigorous type of training to keep that speed and footwork that's not necessarily natural. And that's going to be tough to do, especially with the knee injury, guys. I'm concerned. I'm really, really concerned. But I told you Iga wasn't going to win the Australian Open anyway. I think this is going to be Coco's year. That's just what I personally feel. And I've said Coco's the future of tennis. I think the head-to-head's going to start to change as Iga starts to slow down, right? Because you're looking at a naturally gifted athlete that just has it, versus someone that's working hard in the gym to get better and improve their athletic ability. As they start to age, their natural body weight starts to kick in. It's going to take a lot more training to keep ahead of that curve, and eventually it's going to catch up with you. And that's just speaking from an athlete's perspective, and just speaking from what I see. And right now, the knee needs rest. I wouldn't be surprised if Iga takes a break, guys. I really wouldn't be surprised if she takes a break, because if you're having knee pain, you can't continue to just put inflammation on those ligaments. I think I can see Iga taking a break. That's my official prediction. I can see her shutting it down at some point during this year to make sure she's healthy for the French Open. Don't be surprised, guys. Tennis in a minute. Linda Noskova gets the victory. Congratulations. She earned it. She deserved it. She's headed to the round of 16, guys. That's another big game check. Tennis in a minute. This video is brought to you via the Fair Dealing Act, fair news reporting, criticism, teaching, education. We'll be right back.